and welcome to episode 191 of Movies and Us. I'm Marcus.
I'm TJ.
And this is the movie review show that reviews genre movies from beginning sometimes. Today, we are reviewing the 2021 release of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. This movie was directed by, I know I practiced all these names yesterday.
Did you really?
It's a fucking Asian cast, TJ. I'm going to butcher every last one of these names. I was like, okay, some of them I do know, but I was like, man, like this name's easy. Like Destin Daniel Cretin. Screenplay, that was directed by. Screenplay by Dave Callahan. Callahan?
Yep.
Callahan Motors and Brake Pads. Sorry, that's a Tommy Boy reference?
Yeah.
What's the other?
So.
Black Sheep. Tommy Boy. That's Tommy Boy.
Which one of them? They're the same movie, so it doesn't matter.
No, Tommy Boy is the Brake Pads. Black Sheep is the political one. Yeah.
Again, they're the same movie.
Shut up. Destin Daniel Cretin and Andrew Lanham.
Yep.
Story by Dave Callahan and Destin Daniel Cretin. Produced by Kevin Feige and Jonathan Schwartz. Starring people. Simu Liu. Aquafina Menger Zahn. Oh, hold on. I'll look at the kid versions of these people. Are there kid versions in their thing, or do they have to scroll down for the kid versions? Because I know sometimes it's in the block of text.
Jaden Zhang and Arnold's son portray Shang-Chi as a child and a teenager, respectively.
Good. What about the daughter? Menger Zhang. Who played her version of the kids?
Melody Fong and
Harmony He. Okay. We have Fala Chen, Florian Montenu,
yep.
Benedict Wong, Wen Yua, Michelle Yeoh. I feel so bad. Ben Kingsley, Tony Luwing, more people. Also appearing as Ronnie Chang, Jody Long, Dallas Louis, Xia Chen.
You also skip
Paul He, Andy Lee, Stephanie Sue, and Canal, the Doug Hecker, Zach Cherry. Connects to Spider-Man Homecoming. Movie we watched? Shang-Chi. Okay, what makes next? D. Baker as a voice. Jade Zhu prides the role as a Black Widow named Helen from Black Widow. Really?
I didn't see her, but I guess so.
Huh. And Tim Roth provides uncredited vocals for his Incredible Hulk character in Abomination. He had a line in this?
Yeah.
Okay. Mark Ruffalo, Brie Larson appear in the credit scenes, and I think that's everything I saw in this week. This movie's runtime was 132 minutes, which was 2 hours and 12 minutes. Got a tangent about that later on.
Okay.
You should have saw me watching this movie, TJ. At a certain point, I had a mental breakdown. I was like, what the are they going to do for the next portion of this movie? Budget.
Okay.
I had to pause the movie and walk away. It's like, what can they possibly do? I was so irritated. The budget's about $150 to $200 million. And this movie brought in $432 million in the box office during COVID, so it's not terrible. I'll do the box office real quick. So we're doing 10 through, it lands in the top 10, so we're doing 10 through 6, because I don't want to say other things, obviously.
There was a superhero in 2021 that was number one?
Sadly. Yep.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Yeah. At number 10, we have Sing 2 with $408 million. Sing 2.
Like it's animated movie.
Yeah, Buster Moon and his friends must persuade reclusive rock star Clay Calloway to join them for the opening of a new show. It's just sing along for kids, and it's just got pop songs in it. Yep. So at number 9, we have Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings with $432 million. Next one, number 8, we have Godzilla vs. Kong with $470 million.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. And I was so upset because younger me wanted this movie because I used to love Godzilla and King Kong so much. Younger me was waiting for this movie to come out since the Kong Skull Island movie came out. And so when this finally came out during 2020, I had zero ambition to go see it just because I was watching the trailers looks ugly. It's going to be too long. I was like, I don't want to see this. So yeah. The epic next chapter in the cinematic monsterverse pits two of the greatest icons in motion picture history against each other, the fearsome Godzilla and King.
You know how I feel about giant monsters, so.
No, I get it. I love kaiju.
I would never go out of my way to see one of those movies.
I like the Kong, I like the Skull Islands. I liked Godzilla 2000, whatever remake an American one.
Oh, the 2000? The 1999?
No, not that shitty one. The good one from Gareth Edwards, director. He did good.
You like Matthew Broderick. That's what it is.
I like that movie too. I do like that movie. I was the kid when I saw it. I remember all the marketing for it. Just love the freaking movie. Taco Bell had marketing for it. It was everywhere.
I remember the marketing.
Yeah, that was they marketed the shit out of that fucking movie.
There was this Godzilla cup.
Yep.
one of the places.
Yep. So many toys. I got a toy in front of me from that movie. Love that movie. I remember the trailer, like one of the teaser trailers was just the Godzilla stepping on a Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton because Godzilla's so big compared to a T-Rex. Like, yeah, I'm eating this shit up. Saw the movie, loved it. I'm pretty sure if I watched it now, I still like it. That's a bold claim. That's a very bold claim.
That's a bold move. That's very bold.
Because it's Roland Emmerich. He did that shitty Batman movies, and I think I was still like the Godzilla movie.
What?
He did. It's Roland Emmerich. No, he didn't do the Batman movie. That was.
No, he did. That was the guy that just passed, Schumacher.
Yeah, Joel Schumacher. No. That being said, I think the Godzilla movie will hold up for me because I like Independence Day. That one I saw in theaters recently.
Yeah, but that one's cheesy fun.
But people hate that one. People shit on that movie so much. Like, yeah, and I'm like, why are you shitting on it? And it's so good. I know what it's about. It's perfect. Love Independence Day. Fifth Element. Like, these are the movies I should pick for my theme month. Anyways, at number 7, we're gonna skip that one because we're gonna talk about it next few weeks from now. And when we're gonna talk about it, I just want to skip it. And at number 6, we have Detective Chinatown 3 with $686 million.
Detective Chinatown 3?
Detective Chinatown 3. We've talked about the first two before. And I could guarantee. Yeah, don't remember what they're about, but yes.
About a detective in Chinatown
3
for the third time.
The original title is Tang Ren Jie Tan An 3.
It's about a detective in Chinatown for the third time.
Probably. A major crime occurs in Tokyo when detectives Tang Ren and Qin Fen are invited to investigate the crime. A battle between the strongest detectives in Asia is about to break out with a burst of laughter. Oh, on the first one, that's on my list. Ooh, there's a lot of them. Wow. So yeah.
If we had covered the first ones, they would already be on your list.
First one, after being rejected by the police academy, a mild-mannered young man travels to Bangkok where he and an energetic, distant relative must solve a murder case. He sounds great. I guess we didn't talk about these. I feel like we did talk about them. I guess we didn't.
I never heard of them before.
You don't remember shit, though.
My memory's pretty solid.
I don't know about that. Okay. There's a show, too, it looks like, maybe? Yeah, TV series, too. Wow. Okay, go on to you, TJ, for Behind the Scenes.
All right. Behind the Scenes. So let me ask you a question, first of all. Have you ever heard of Shang-Chi before?
No.
Because I didn't hear of him before any of this happened. Like, before the Marvel thing came, I didn't even know he was a character.
Neither did I.
Apparently, they had discussed a potential film or television series based on him since the 80s, and they wanted Brandon Lee to star as him.
Oh, Bruce Lee's son?
Yeah.
Huh.
In the 80s. So that made me think, wow, they just bought every comic book character, regardless of how popular they were, and they were going to make a movie about it.
Well, it makes sense, though, right?
Yeah, I was just surprised that I've never heard of.
God, this movie would have been great for the 80s. Not this movie, but just like this idea of just having a kung fu person with like rings. Like all this would have been perfect for the 80s.
So yeah, apparently one of these movies, they were trying to make a movie with him. Then in 2004, Ang Lee attached to it, but then the rights reverted back to Marvel before they could make it, so they couldn't do that. And then it was supposed to be a part of the original slate of the Marvel movies.
Oh, okay.
But then it got pushed back.
Huh.
So yeah, it's got a weird history behind it.
I mean, why I got pushed back for?
But if you remember in Iron Man, like the 10 Rings organization was throughout Iron Man.
Yeah. So I just wonder why they pushed it back. Like, I'm just curious.
Yeah. They plan to introduce. So with the 10 Rings organization, the Marvel Studios' first MCU Iron Man without its leader, the Mandarin, Marvel president felt they could not do the character justice in the Iron Man films because they focused on Tony Stark. Plan to introduce him in the film later. Oh, that's Mandarin. This is why. I forgot about this. According to Chris Fenton, former president of the Chinese-based film production DMG Entertainment that was in talks with Marvel Studios to co-produce their film, the Shang-Chi film, Marvel offered to create a teaser featuring either Shang-Chi or the Mandarin for the Chinese market that would be featured at the end of the Avengers. They balked at the offer since the Mandarin's negative stereotypical portrayal in the comics would potentially prevent the film from being released in China and risks the DMG would be shut down.
Yeah, but like, I guess I get that, but like, change the way he looks and acts. Update the character. Don't make it so offensive.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what they did in this movie.
No, I know. So it's like, I don't get why they wouldn't think to do that back in the 2008-10 era.
I guess not. They decided to actually go through with this when that Crazy Rich Asians movie hit it off.
Yeah, no, that.
So when the Asian trend kind of went off, that's when they were like, yeah, let's pull the trigger now.
Yeah, I get it.
But there was a lot of worry about China being released in China, which I think this movie didn't even get open to China, to be honest with you anyway, so it didn't really matter in the end. But they were worried because Shang-Chi is actually, in the comics, the son of Fu Manchu, not the Mandarin, which is in this version. He's not the son of Mandarin.
Love the racism.
But there's a lot. The Shang-Chi comics is full with racism.
Of course.
So
I can guarantee you probably the Black Panther and all the Luke Cage had racism in it too.
Oh yeah, but not as much as this one was. As this. But so when they decided to make their film, they were really focused on trying to get accuracy and to update it, and they wanted an all Asian cast. They wanted to make sure everyone was from, like, I think it was Chinese descent, so that it was accurate and that they tackled the histories and stuff like that. They wanted to do this, like, make this a cultural phenomenon for the Asians, like Black Panthers was for Black people.
I got the vibes, and then for me, I'm not Asian, so I don't know if it hit or not, but
right.
And I wonder if it would have hit harder if the COVID wasn't unlocking, because this came out during the lockdown, right?
Yeah, this was also streamed on HBO Max.
So I wonder if it could have had that cultural phenomenon. I just didn't feel like it. Well, like we'll get into it later because I was practicing this rant too. I don't remember any of it, but I just didn't feel like that in this movie. But again, I'm not in that culture, so maybe it's that. But
yeah, maybe, I don't know. But they definitely tried.
You could tell. You could definitely can tell.
Nothing really big or anything happened, like, behind the scenes, other than like I said, they were very specific on which language is being used where. They even got it down to what the people were eating based on which, like, if they were Chinese Mandarin or. And
that's good. They did the research. Right. They'll care. If you're a multi-million/billion-dollar company, do your research, get it right. So I'm glad they did that.
But other than that, the film his approval rate is 92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
So people really like the movie.
Of course.
It won a few awards.
Oh, did it win?
It won 2 People's Choice Awards for Action Movie of 2021 and Action Movie Star of 2021, Simu Liu. It won the St. Louis Film Critics Association Award for Best Action Film. It won the Hollywood Critics Association Film Award for Best Stunts and Game Changer Awards, Simu Liu. It won the Annie Award for Best Character Animation Live Action, and it won a Saturn Award for Best Support and Actress in Film, Awkwafina.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's about it.
Okay.
Everything else I could talk about in the actual review. So.
Gotcha. With that being said, I don't hate this movie. I don't hate this movie. I don't.
Actually, rather kind of like the movie, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just it's a Marvel movie.
It's definitely a Marvel Origins movie, but to be fair to this movie, I think it's one that needed an origin because I never knew who this guy was. And if I comic book fan that knows all these superheroes, don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, and like, you're not wrong. It's just one of my biggest gripes about those 2 big gripes, a lot of flashbacks, whatever. That's always been great for me. But a big gripe for me, probably my biggest gripe, is just like, I didn't care about the characters by the end of this movie. I barely learned anything about the characters besides, like, hey, here's why you should care about these characters. You're telling me to care because he was abandoned. And I was like, okay. And then they say the thing, like, here's the thing that they should know about the character they didn't show you in a flashback. Like, oh. So I don't know that's, like, emotions I should have or earned and felt. And so by the time the movie's ending, I don't know who I care about or rooting for or against. And because everyone's so sympathetic to a point. Even the dad who's a bad guy, quote unquote bad guy. He's like, okay, I understand him. So it's like,
that's why I kind of like the movie. All the characters are a little more complex than normal.
Well, they're not complex enough for me to care about them either. They're like, because like no one has depth to them.
I don't know about that.
No one has depth. For my taste, like I was watching it, it's like, okay, the thing happens. Okay, it's just like the movie's movie. It's just, again, it's like another one that felt like a Hollywood film. I think I said that with Black Widow, or whatever. It just felt like another movie that Marvel produced that's a blockbuster, and it did the things. And it's like, okay, sure. And they got to a point in the movie where I was like, that I had my like yelling fit at the TV and I had to pause it and walk away for a little bit, do some chores, came back to it, sit back down, and begrudgingly sit through it. But yeah, like the movie's not bad. It's not. Like, for the person, like I keep telling people, if this is your introduction to films, if this is your introduction to Kung Fu, and you're like, oh, I like this shit. It's a great introduction for you for that. You should look into other stuff. Like, oh, what else movies exist that are Kung Fu-esque? Like, this is a good stepping off point for you. Who's Bruce Lee? Who's Donnie Chan? Who's all these people? Like, there's a more culture to this. There's history. This is a great stepping point for that. Other than that, I think that's the nicest thing I can say about this movie. So that being said, that's...
Well, I would argue this is a good stepping off point for the character. If you don't know anything about the character...
I don't care about him, sadly.
Yeah, but you don't care about comic books either.
When they make me care, I care. Like, his character, like...
There is no way you would watch a superhero movie and then go off and read a bunch of comics about them. No way.
Depends. It depends.
Never.
Back in the day when I cared, sure. Now, maybe not because we're doing this. But, like, this movie ended, and it's like, this character story's done. What else is there to learn about this character that I care about now? His parents are all vanquished, and yada, yada. Like, maybe his mom's alive somewhere, so maybe that bullshit. Oh, we saw that Ant-Man. Like, his character, there's nothing more training. Okay.
Superheroes. That's what happens.
I know, but like every other character, like not every other character, but like Captain America, his story kept going because okay, now he's in a different time. Like this guy's like, I did the thing, and now I'm joining the team. Probably, he's like, oh, he's just joining the team. Okay,
but,
like his story's like is done.
So is every other characters. You can create new stories around them and make more things happen.
Sure, but like I was, but like everything set up in this movie we got was just neatly put on with a bow. Like okay, like yeah, his sister's story's gonna progress a little bit. Like their story's done. They did the thing and they're done.
No,
like they didn't lose the ring. Like nothing's there to progress their story on.
No, and
like,
now you have the whole mystery of the rings. What's going on with them? What's the consequences of wielding them? What's going to come for her? The sister's taking over the evil organization. She going to be a bad guy? She going to use it for good? There are plenty of stories you could do with it.
Okay, yes, you're 100% right with that, but also, I don't care, first and foremost. Secondly, there's that meta-ness that I know now, like, it's been how many years since the movie came out? Nothing's been progressing from this movie. There's no sequel or anything.
Well,
so there's that meta-ness to it, like, oh.
That's true. It's like this movie, I did like this movie, and I was like, coming out of it, I was like, why hasn't more of this been made?
I was thinking the same thing, like, the movie, again, I'm coming out of this hard, but the movie's perfectly fine. I was like, why isn't there?
Where is the movie? And I actually did read.
Unless it's a show or it ties into one of the bullshit Marvel shit they made.
Well, no. Nothing but Shang-Chi. There is one thing that ties into the TV show, but I'll get to that in a little bit. So the director that's supposed to do the second movie was supposed to do the Avengers movie.
Oh, okay.
But what's his name? The guy that plays Kang.
Yeah, whatever's them. Shit. Yeah, he got in trouble. So they had to scrap off everything. So he stepped down from that movie, and they said, well, Shang-Chi sequel is just not a priority. And it's not, like I said, because there's like nothing like I care about to see more of this.
And so the director is like, he's choosing to do the new Spider-Man movie that's going to be coming out rather than doing Shang-Chi because it's a higher priority.
But it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. It just sucks that there should be more of this, because like theoretically, like this was good enough to make a sequel, or at least have a show or something. Like it was well made enough and enjoyable enough to have more. So it's weird that there isn't more of this.
Right. It just seems like there wasn't a priority to make it. So it was like,
it just feels bad because we got the new Avengers, what they're called, the Thunderbolts, and like all these other things, and like they're not getting more of this. Right. Is it racism? Is it disinterest? Like what? Like I don't think it's. I'm not saying racism because it's racist. It's just like what's going on? Like we ain't not getting more of this.
I think the problem is all the Thunderbolts stuff are all villains from like the TV show.
Suck my dick.
Like there are a lot of them come from a TV show or Black Widow.
Yeah.
Whereas this I think was supposed to continue on with the whole phase with the Kang Dynasty and stuff like that.
I guess
when that fell apart, they restructured everything.
And that makes sense. What you're saying makes sense. It's just like damn.
And I agree, because this movie was way better than I was giving it credit for. Like when I was going in. Huh?
It's fine.
No, you don't understand. I went in with like bad expectations of this movie.
Why?
Because I've never heard anything about it.
I heard it was only people like when it came out. People were saying it's good. It's good. It's good. That's all I heard. And then people stopped talking about it because the movie stopped existing at a certain point. So I never heard anything bad about it. I just never heard continuous things about it.
I never heard anything about it. So I just thought it was a movie that came and went and died.
Nah, I mean, it definitely did that.
So that's why I was like, "Oh, this movie must be really, really bad."
That's fair. Nah, I didn't hear one bad thing about this movie.
So I went in expecting a terrible movie, and I got a half decent movie. I was like, "Oh, this is pretty good."
Yeah, that's fine. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly a fine, adequate movie.
But yeah. Anyway.
Movie starts off, exposition of like, hey, here's the dad. He's got these 10 rings. They do things. He falls in love with this chick while he's trying to find her location, or her hidden village, which comes into play later. And they have kids. The son is Shang-Chi, turns out to be a deadbeat, kind of, but not really. He's betrayed himself to be a deadbeat. He's got this thing around his neck. It's a gem, a jade diamond, whatever you want to call it, whatever the proper term is for it. He works at a car dealer. He parks cars with his chick. They're on the way somewhere on a bus. People stop him wanting that thing around his neck.
I just want to clarify something because the movie's made sure to point this out here.
Yeah.
That is not his chick. That is just his friend.
No, yeah. They said this chick, but yeah, his friend, whatever her name is in this movie, Aquafina. There's a fight on the bus. Turns out he knows Kung Fu and he's keeping a secret from her friends. And then once this thing's taken, they go on a venture to get the thing, not to get the thing, but to track down his sister because he hears his sister's alive. She's also got a thing around her neck. So he's got to go warn his sister at this nightclub fight thing.
So the gems were given to them by their mother.
Yes.
So they could find their home.
Yes. And so he gets to his sister to warn her, and their dad's tracking them down. It's a big fight.
Just to go back to the fight thing. This is where the cameo.
We'll get back to it. I'm stopping at a certain point, so we can talk about this first half of the movie.
Well, I just want to bring this up. The cameo between Wong and the Abomination. So Wong is fighting the Abomination in this fight club.
I hated this,
and he lied.
So it's just like it's because I don't like what we talked about off mic. Or was it on mic? Or whatever, I cut it out last. I think we cut it out last time. It was like an hour conversation I had to cut out from our last last episode. It's just I don't want to be advertised a show to know more about that bullshit. I don't care to watch She-Hulk.
Okay,
it's like more for people like you. Oh, cool. For people like me, no,
this was
I'm good.
Before She-Hulk.
No, I know. So like it
wasn't an advertisement for She-Hulk. It was just what are these characters doing in this world?
Yeah, it's an advertisement because it all connects. So now, like how I said before, if I was watching this movie and I'm like, why is Abomination back in this? And you're like, oh, you haven't seen She-Hulk, connects to that. And I'm like, I gotta watch She-Hulk now to see what happens with those characters.
Well, I would argue
shit.
I would argue in 2021 when this movie came out, that movie that had nothing to do with it, so you can't really say that. Yeah, you can say that now, but when it came out, these were just cameos. Oh, that's where the Abomination's been. That's
for sure, and you're right. But then when I see the She-Hulk show comes out and they're teasing that in the trailer, I'm like, oh, you, I'm not watching that shit now.
They're just adding another connection into what they were. They're following up on a story.
And that's perfectly fine. That's what I said. When I'm saying I'm against them, I'm against it for myself. People like you can like that. That's great. Your universe is getting more in-depth and connected. That's beautiful. I am so out of that. Like, no. No, I'm good. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I guess you like that kind of shit. Like, good on you people for liking that. That's really, like, I may sound cynical and angry about it because I don't like it for myself, but like, I'm generally happy for people who get more of the shit they want more of. That's awesome for you guys. Me, I saw that. I was like, ugh.
But you're judging it based on that when that's not what it was originally supposed to be.
Okay, it was always supposed to be that.
It was they didn't even have She-Hulk in their minds when they created this. They didn't, because the person who directed She-Hulk, who created that show, was slated to do this film, but they went with this guy instead. So they had no intentions of doing She-Hulk at this time.
Sure, but they definitely intended on getting those characters back and doing something with them. So it's again,
sure,
it's a teaser for the next thing coming out, whether it's She-Hulk or something else. It was a teaser, like, hey, remember the Hulk and Abomination guys? Well, we got something, and we got Wang over here. Wang, whatever the character's name is. It's all connected still. We got more coming. It's like,
oh, it's a universe.
Yeah, and that's fine. So they always intended on doing more shit with that stuff. They're just teasing you with it.
Yeah, they're setting it up. That's what they're supposed to do with stories. Set things up.
We're going to agree to disagree. So what else do you have to say about that for containing this first half of this?
I just wanted to point out, so that was the Wong and Abomination thing was there. It's only a little cameo, and they go through a portal and walk right into the She-Hulk TV show.
Cute. That happens. They get tracked down by the dad. Her necklace gets taken. They both get taken back to Dad's house where he used to live. Dad's like, hey, I'm doing all this to get your mom back because I'm being called by your mom. I trust me. I know what I'm talking about. Join me or get out my way. They get arrested, and he puts them in a jail cell in their house, and he goes finding, and they escape before he can track them down, and they get to the islands where his mom's supposed to be at. And I'm stopping this part of the view right here.
Okay.
Because I don't know where to start with. But first and foremost, I'll get that second. So, like, for me, everything I just said would have been a great movie itself. I think the speed ran through so much shit right there. Like, I think one of my problems coming into the movie's titled Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, right? The rings are never like the thing in the movie. Like when I came in, my only expectation was, okay, they got to either track down the rings or do something with the rings, because that's what the title is implying. Like, oh, the 10 rings, there's something. It do nothing. It's like the dad's got the rings, he's got the power. They're not the main focus of the movie.
The 10 rings is the focus of the movie, though.
How?
Because the 10 rings is
they're not I expected them to be like the Gauntlet and the Infinity Stones. They're never fighting to get the thing. They're never tracing.
That was a title misinterpretation.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like they're there, they're in the movie, but they're never the thing.
The reason why they did that is because they couldn't say Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Mandarin. Because the 10 rings is just a reference to the Mandarin because he wears the 10 rings.
Yeah, but even the Mandarin's not in this. Like, this movie's about...
That's the dad. He's the Mandarin.
He's the Mandarin? Oh, he is the Mandarin. Yeah, you're right. He still say that. So yeah, it was that, like, they should have definitely retitled it, because I was expecting them just like we need to get the rings. We gotta do
I
do
get
stuff
that.
with the
After
rings.
I get it. After the Infinity Gauntlet, you expect that.
Yeah, like,
I
oh,
can
that's the
get the
MacGuffin they're talking about. Like, no.
I can get the confusion on that, but that's not what they intended. And it's definitely a comic book title
Yeah.
for people who get it, but that's definitely was supposed to be. It's a reference to the Mandarin.
Yes. And then like my other complaint, like I said, like they spent like this could have been a movie of just like I like that he already knows a thing. I already know who I am, where I came from. I'm here on low. Sure, whatever. Get right to the point. I with that. It was just like then he gets to his sister, and like that could have been like him just getting to his sister, and like, it just could have been in more in depth. Because just like, hey, here's who I am, and now I'm gonna show you in flashbacks who I am. And so I'm not getting any emotional connection to that way. Because like, okay, yeah, you're a son, your dad, he trained you to be an assassin. I don't care. You're showing me, not telling. You're telling me kind of, but not showing me through sequential matters. So it's like, okay, don't care. That's just for like so. It's like that's like.
I don't know if you know this, Marcus, but the more we watch, the more that flashbacks are really heavily reliant.
I know. I don't like them. No matter how often they're done, I don't like them.
I understand that you don't like them, but they seem to be a very important, like.
Yeah, they taught they taught me this shit in film school. Like, hey, a flashback's an essential thing, and people use them. Some artists like them. Some people, I'm an artist who doesn't like them. It's a tool that can be used properly sometimes, but sometimes, like in this, I felt like it took me out from like caring for the characters. Like, okay, it's just showing me shit.
It's so weird that you don't. I mean, like I get the basic hatred of it, but like. It's like you want everything to be in sequential order, but you like things like f***ing Reservoir Dogs and stuff like that, which is completely out of order.
I think there's one probably flat. Reservoir Dogs is not in order, but it's like when they do jump forward. Pulp Fiction. Oh, Pulp Fiction I like, but I think it's overrated. But I do like it. It's not my favorite Tarantino film.
Like it's just it's. And
that being said, since it's out of order, they still do like okay, we're telling the middle of the story. Beginning and then the end. They're not flashbacking back and forth like Memento or something. But even that makes sense in the movie because that Memento, I think it makes sense because that's the story thing for the Memento. Like flashbacks, just like, oh, here's the thing about you should know about me, and then flashback to it. Like, okay, I don't care about that, and then back to the story. Like that's just the flow for me. And also, while I was watching this movie, I just felt like this like the best stuff. Like the fight scene with Abomination and Wang, whatever his name is.
Wong.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's the Hulk versus Thor scene. All right, kind of see Ragnarok right now instead of this.
No, you don't.
I don't, because the movie's terrible. But then it's like they're diving into the culture of the Asian culture, of whoever these people are. I don't know what level of flavor of Asian they are. It just felt so like Hollywoodified and not authentic. It felt like the idea of what they should be doing for this culture, and it felt like it just didn't. There was no soul to it. Whereas Black Panther had more soul and dove into it. And I was thinking about this yesterday about my argument for this, and it's like I think I know why Black Panther had the cultural appreciation it had at the time. A, COVID was a thing, so there was some lockdown. B, Asian culture has always been somewhat praised. Sure, it has been always like whitewashed in America for sure. I'm not going to deny that. Again, I'm not Asian, so I can't speak 1,000% on this. But from my perspective of this, there's always been kung fu movies, levels of it. There's always been a cultural like, hey, there's Asian cinema, right, and shit like that. Like, hey, let's watch a Korean film or let's watch this Japanese film. There's these directors out there that are like, oh, this great Japanese director, so-and-so, this is their films. And we've always liked that shit. Whereas when it came to black films, it's either you're a slave or you're being exploited. There's no black excellence until Black Panther came out. And that movie was just pure black excellence. And here's the culture, here's the music. There's no oppression. And if we're bringing it up, it's more like the systematic, sad, bad part about it. And like Killmonger coming at it. And like when we talk about black culture in American movies, it's like just like Blackula or Shaft. It's like, damn, that's cool. But also they're probably being pressed usually. And so that's why I think Black Panther was like, yeah, that's why it had that oomph to it. And like this doesn't have that soul because there's so many movies that are out there that are just better versions of Asian culture. And this is just like a Hollywood Disney version of Asian culture. And it's like,
Again, we would have to actually talk to someone from that community to find out.
1,000%. But it's my perspective, and it's why I like Black Panther more.
I would argue that you got into that Black Panther movie because you're in that culture.
Yes.
You felt it there. Whereas I watched Black Panther and I just saw an average, this is a no-soul movie.
Yes. And it is. And like I said, I gave it a 5 out of 10. I'm going back on that. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10 now. Let's back up because like that movie just had, and then it was just had it. Like this just feels just like there's no part where they're going like when I get to the island, I guess there's like, oh, there's a creature that has the lore probably to it and Asian culture. And but like you could find Asian love everywhere if you look for it.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's any less.
No, but this feels like it's just a Disney capitalizing on that. Because like, oh, like I said earlier, Black Panther did good and Crazy Rich Asians did good. we can do it too now. Whereas Black Panther was like the first of its kind.
Again, now this is your feeling of it.
For sure.
Again, you're not into that culture.
1,000%.
I read the behind the scenes and seen how much work they put in to make sure they got everything right.
Yes.
So again, I think you're unfairly judging the cultural aspects of it because you don't really have the experience.
I'm 100% aware of that.
And you're comparing it to what you experienced in Black Panther.
Yes, I'm 100% because Black Panther came first, and this came out after Black Panther and Crazy Rich Asians. And so, like, I just feel like this is like just a knockoff. Well, we got to do it with the Asian people now too, and then Blue Beetle does it later. We got to do it with the Hispanics later. So it just feels like, well, because Black Panther did, now y'all can do it. I'm not saying Black Panther is like the best thing ever.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. It just felt like there was more love with the Black Panther movie than there's with this movie. Again, I'm not in the culture, so I can't say that. Like, I'm not saying like I know for sure. It's just what I'm watching is what it feels like. Like how Black Panther, they call the white people colonizers, right?
Yes.
Here they say, "Oh, you don't speak Japanese or whatever their language they're speaking." I speak ABC, so it's like we're the version of making fun of white people, which is fine because they probably do it in their culture. Damned if I know. I'm not in the culture. It just feels like this.
The ABC was also purposely put in there because it stands for American Born Chinese.
Okay.
It's not ABCs. It's an actual term.
Ah, makes sense. You ever see Coco? You ever saw Coco, man? The Hispanic movie with the Day of the Dead and yada, yada, yada.
No,
that felt like a love letter to Hispanic culture. And I saw that and watched that. I'm not Hispanic, like, damn, I want to go back to Mexico and visit there and go back to the pyramids and shit and like yada, yada, yada. I never once watched this. I was like, damn, I wanna visit them, their land and do shit and like just, dive into their culture. And there's never like, I just never felt.
Is it because you didn't feel it, or is you're just not interested in the culture?
I love the culture. Oh, I skipped this part. The first 2-3 minutes, the mom and the dad and all that shit, I was on board. Like, oh, I love this shit. Like the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon shit, the floating in the air, fighting each other. Like, yes, I like kung fu. I like this culture. I love samurai and Japanese shit. I don't care about ninja. When we get to that shit, we get to they care for the ninja show, which check out. But like, yeah, I'm here for this shit. Like, the colors, the outfits, all like, yes. And I like when they were speaking their language for the first half. Like, I watched it. Am I watching the wrong version of this? Like, I'm gonna watch the whole thing because I don't mind reading subtitles. But like, that's ballsy for them to actually embrace that part of the culture. Is just like speaking their language. Like, fucking A, yes, I was liking that. And then it's just like, it just stops and it becomes Disney. And I was like, man, I see the Disney taste to it. But I wasn't upset yet. I'll get to the part where I'll get upset. I was not upset yet.
My whole reason why I'm fighting you on this point is because there's not a single thing that I read from studio interference.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying studio. I'm not even saying studio interference.
And it's everything I've seen. The entire cast is made up of agent from director to actor.
Yep.
So,
again, I know it's definitely me because I'm not part of the culture. So, like, it's just like I'm seeing it like this feels like not authentic, and it just feels like.
And that's my whole issue with you is like, who are you to judge whether or not it's authentic?
Trust me, I know. You're not wrong.
And it's just a weird criticism to have of the movie when it's like
nothing feels all like original. I mean, too. Because I'm watching another scene, how I said best of, like here's the Thor versus whatever, here's all these other scenes. The scene where they're on the bamboo outside the building, climbing up and down it, right? Yeah. That's Rush Hour 2 right there. Like, I've seen the scenes they're doing, I've seen done better. The action fighting kung fu shit, I've seen it better in other movies, because I like kung fu movies. So, like, just...
Okay, well, so I've never seen Rush Hour 2, and I thought that was a good scene.
It was a good scene. And so them doing it in this movie is like, I've seen Rush Hour 2. I'd rather go watch Rush. You're doing a scene like, I'd rather watch that movie.
You missed what I just said. I said, I've never seen Rush Hour 2.
You never seen it?
So I've never seen that before, and I thought it was cool.
No, it's a cool scene. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, this is a great introduction. If you want to find more shit like this, you dive into the culture and the movies. And like, if there's better version of this movie out there. This is a great stepping stone. There's better out there.
It's like you're comparing it to every movie ever made.
Yeah.
And it's not a kung fu movie.
Well, they had to have kung fu in it.
It's got kung fu style to it.
When you do that part of the movie, make it fucking good.
And it was good.
It was fine. It was totally fine. It was perfectly average. I was like, damn, I saw this in another movie. That movie was better.
At this core of this movie, this is a superhero film with kung fu flavor.
Yeah, yes.
It's not a kung fu movie.
I know.
And if you went in expecting a kung fu movie, I don't know why.
I didn't. I told you the way before we even watched this. I said the one thing I expected is that when the fight things happen, I expect decent to good cinematography and choreography.
Yeah,
and it was
and
fine.
You're complaining about it.
Yeah, because it was fun.
Like,
I'm complaining. I've seen it before. That's what I'm complaining about.
It's like nothing that hasn't been done before, Marcus.
Okay, but like when you're fighting in a place that's like. In Rush Hour 2, everyone knows there's a scaffolding scene. When Jackie Chan, yes, if you see the movie, everyone fucking knows there's a Jackie Chan scene where he's fighting up and down it.
Oh,
Chris Tucker's down on the ground. Chris Tucker's climbing up. A guy falls down. He's like, I'm taking the stairs, Jackie. Great fucking scene right there. Or Lee, I'm taking the stairs, Lee. It happens in that movie. And now they're doing the same thing. Not as funny, but they're still fighting outside while Awkwafina's dipping and dodging, singing Hotel California songs she's singing, while the other main guy who knows Kung Fu is Kung Fuing it up. Like, yeah. Rush Hour 2. This is Rush Hour 2. Can I watch that better movie real quick, please, instead of this movie? Like, I'm not saying this is bad. I'm just saying this is very okay stepping point.
By the way,
yeah,
the Jackie Chan stunt team was behind the stunt.
Yeah, good. Doesn't mean it makes it good. Know why? Editing. Did they help the editing? No. Did they help hide the CGI that was kind of at some points and okay at other points? No.
I didn't know that.
I did because I'm a snob. So, like, the fight scenes are fine. It just felt like a Hollywood fight scenes.
Okay.
Because
it felt very superhero-ish to me. But
Hollywood hero. It's the same thing. It just felt like, okay, this is...
No, it's not. There's a difference.
Sure. And also, it's like the power level. Like, what's this power? Is he just Kung Fu? Okay. And there's a lot of people are to power. It's just whatever. So, anyways, that's the first half of the movie. And then when they're in the dad's cell, they find, look at what it is. It's Ben Kingsley.
I knew you were going to hate that.
I hate it. I didn't hate it for the fact that he was there. I hate it for the fact we already have comic relief in this movie. Why do we need another comic relief? Like, Awkwafina is the comic relief. Now we need an extra one. I get why he's there to help us navigate through the thing. I get it why he's there, but it's like, okay.
Well, it was also there because he was the Mandarin.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So, like, we're tying up all those loose ends and stuff like that.
Great.
So.
Why didn't that dad just kill him?
You just hate fun. That's all it is.
Yeah, sure. You're right. I'm not fun. Exactly.
You hate any connections to anything. Everything's got to be original.
Sure.
Or brand new or shot like it's weird.
You're right.
You're
right.
Or else it can.
You're right. There's a toy marketing thing in here. There's a little thing. I'm pretty sure it's in a Japanese or Asian culture. I don't know what it is. As the kid calls it. I thought one, not Hermes. Harold something. I don't remember. Morris. He calls it Morris. Him and Morris. I did laugh a lot when he plays dead later in the movie. And Morris is like, no. I'm like, Morris, I'm just acting. Play dead with me. Like, I like that. I like them. And it's just like, okay, I don't need more of this. I didn't hate this movie, TJ.
I know, but it sounds like you do.
Because we're at the point where I hated it. So an hour in, they go through the maze of the forest and they get to the island where the mom came from. The whole like, hey, we have to get to here because mom and all the history, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we get there, and I'm thinking to myself, great, we're at the thing. I'm saying this to myself and to my dog. We're watching it together. I'm like, oh, great, we're almost on the movie. We're at the thing. How much longer could we go? It's about 20 minutes worth of material, best. I'm almost done, Echo. That's my dog's name, people. And so I scroll up to see how much time is left. 1 fucking hour left in this 2-hour movie, TJ. 1 hour. And I paused my TV. And I kept saying to myself over and over again, 1 hour? 1 hour. What can they possibly do in 1 hour that's only 20 minutes at most worth? Because I called it. I said to myself, they're at the thing. What's going to happen when they're here is they're going to try to convince the locals that they got to do the thing to stop the bad guy from doing the thing. The locals will be hating them at first, but through trial and tribulation, they're going to go to respect for each other. And they're going to fight side by side against the bad people. And then they work them all together. During the fight, the tides will shift up and down, right? Until the big third act CGI fight and the bad guy and the good guy. Should have taken an hour. And I was just yelling at the TV, like, what are you going to do for an hour? I just predicted the movie. And it's like, okay, and I sit down and watch it, and they start doing a thing. I know what you're going to do. Why is it taking an hour? And I was like, oh my God, no, like, what am I doing here? And so what I just said, prediction-wise, is what happens. And it's like, okay, the dad releases the thing. It's not the mom, it's some Cthulhu-esque being that lured him there to get it out because they had her soul probably or some bullshit. And there's a big dragon fight at the end, and guess what? The good guys win. The good guys win. I was like, what? Come on, movie. Why is that an hour? Why was that an hour, TJ?
Because they needed to develop the whole family dynamic in the first part of it. They need to show the training.
Yeah.
The girl can learn how to use the arrow.
Yep. Oh, it was so in-depth, and I care about every character in it. I was like, this is so enthralling. I'm so glad we're spending an hour on 20-minute worth of movie. I'm so glad we're watching this. I was pissed, TJ. I was pissed. I had to stop and finish my laundry. I had to get a snack. I was like, let me see if it can help me not be angry. I just know what's going to happen for the next hour, and nothing's going to be challenging to me. And I sat down and watched it, like nothing's fucking challenging me. It was so boring, TJ. During the big fight, I was just start judging why I hate this movie now. is because the Hollywood part came out. Like, okay, during this fight and they're killing each other off, and I get it. It's Disney, so there's no blood. I'm not expecting blood.
You know what?
Their outfits were so clean the whole time. Like, the guys are battling each other. No one's bruised. No one's dirty. Nothing. Oh, you guys are flying through water mist on this dragon. Anybody wet? Nope, no one's wet. Look at their hair. Their hair is still pristine like they came out of fucking hair and makeup. Where's the fun in this movie? Where's the, like, grittiness to it? I was like, oh my God. No one's sweating. They're just like, hey, guys, we're just, so the thing that took our soul can't be made. Like, this movie I was so like, this movie.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Like when we get to these giant fight scenes, I just turn my brain off. I don't notice stuff like that. But right from the beginning of this movie, I was like, I'm kind of digging this movie, but it's missing blood.
It is.
And I never asked for blood in the movies, but this movie really needed blood.
It doesn't need blood, but it's like, since you're doing kung fu, no one's getting hurt. No one's like, man, I just got beat up in a train fighting a one-armed knife man. Right. Like, where's that at? Oh, I felt bad when a chick's computer got broken. I've actually like, oh no, her computer. Because they kind of set that up. I was like, no, she needed that.
That was her research paper.
Yes. I was like, that's the one thing I felt for this movie was that computer. The characters, because they were so clean from beginning to end, I was like, okay, no one's shirt's getting torn. Like, no one's getting wrecked. It's like, where's this kung fu? It's not kung fu, but they're fighting hand to hand. Where's the bruising? Where's like the broken fingers and shit? Right? Yeah.
Like, like I said, I never, very early in the movie, I was like, this movie is lacking something.
Yeah.
It needs blood. It definitely needs something. This movie would be, if this movie was just a little more brutal, I think this would be a really, really solid movie.
Yes, it's just too clean. It's not gritty. It's just clean. It's very Hollywood.
And I can get past, like, I could have even got really past all the giant dragon fights and stuff if people were getting, like, slaughtered. You know what I mean?
Like, at least in Suicide Squad, which I didn't care for that much, I think. I don't remember. Like, we saw King Shark doing things. Granted, that's rated R. But at least he's, like, eating people. Like, I don't need people eating. Like, okay, they're getting a soul taken out. Make that a little more creepy than it is.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, okay, this is a white energy ball taken out. You're gone. Like, okay. And, like, when the bad dragon came out, the bad evil dragon, I literally said out loud to the TV, that is so fucking cool. That is the coolest thing I've seen in a movie, in one of these fucking movies, because it was so epic looking. I was watching on a big screen, had my TV blasting. What?
The Cthulhu monster?
Yeah, the Cthulhu. I was like, that's the coolest looking thing. And then the kaiju fight happens with that and a good dragon. I was like, okay, it's fine. And I was bored in it, so I kept going with the actors, and they're like, no one's wet, and their hair is still so perfect. What the going on? And I was like, why am I bored watching this epic fight? I'm like, oh, because it's the typical third act fight. And I was like, okay. And it's like, it just ends, and they of course the good guys win. And I was like, okay, shocker. And like, at the end of the fight, like right after the end of the fight, they're all clean looking. And then it cuts to the nighttime when they're doing their ritual for sending off the people who died. They look the same. Like, did they clean up? I can't tell. They look clean still. Can't tell. What's the difference, guys? Good job, movie, on that part. Credits roll. They get invited. The first credit is they get invited to...
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
In the final act, the dad gets killed.
Yeah.
Saving
and Shang-Chi gets the fucking rings.
And he gets the rings. It's important for this part of it.
Yes.
So...
Yeah, so the first, I don't know this is the first thing that happens is they get invited with Wong to look at the rings and examine it and see where they're from. We see Brie Larson and Ruffalo talking about, like, hey, welcome to the team kind of thing. And like, they get examined the rings, and they're sticking with the rings, and they're sticking out to more people.
I was actually surprised to see Brie Larson.
Same. I was like, oh, wow.
I was like, wasn't she, is she still in the end?
Right? I mean, yeah, because her character is important, I suppose, but yeah. And then the last credit is the sister starting her own bad person thing. She takes control of the organization.
Right, because she had told her brother that she's dismantling it.
Yeah.
But she's really taking it over.
Yes. And the movie ends. But yeah, that last hour, I was so done, TJ. Because I was on board until they got to, like, oh, they got to the island already? We gotta be done, right? 1 hour. What are you gonna do for 1 hour?
It's funny. Like, I felt the time in this movie, but I thought they actually took a long time to get to the time.
Oh, I see. Different. Because, like, what's funny? The first half is how you write your script. So you get so much done in a script. So that's how you write. So, like, okay, it's like they did a TJ, but they did so much. Like, we go from here to here to here to here to here to here to here. And then the island part for me was just like, and then we just slow it down for an hour for some reason.
Oh, because, like, I felt like that first half, maybe it's because it's the way I write, was just everything was happening. So, and then it felt like it took a long time to get to the island. So when we got to the island, everything kind of did slow down. I actually thought it was over pretty quickly.
Wow, that's fascinating. That's funny.
Yeah, it's because they spent so much time building everything up in the first half of this movie, so that when all that's left is fighting, it just feels quicker.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I came out of this movie actually liking this movie. It won me over by the end.
I didn't hate it. Like I like how I said, like I'm surprised there isn't more of this movie because I'm really surprised there's no more. There's not more of this out there.
Right.
I wish it was better. That's all. I was like, why can't it be better? Well, it's a perfectly fine Marvel movie.
Like, it's like the villain is complex in a way that Marvel has been getting better with.
He's not complex, though.
But he's not a palette swap of Shang-Chi either.
Well, he really is a bad guy. Like, he's a bad piece of shit, right?
Sure.
He has conquered or killed a lot of people. They don't show you that because they're trying to sanitize him. But, like, that's another thing I was going to compare him to. So, like, they definitely try to sanitize him. Like, he's not that bad. We're not showing you he beats up people in front of his kid. Like, he's done terrible things. He turned his kids to assassins, right? He's not a good guy. This movie is showing you the nice side of him because he lost his wife and he's trying to get her back. That's why he's doing his thing. He's only doing his thing because he's trying to get his wife back, right?
Well,
he's Dracula. He's Dracula from Castlevania, guys. He's Dracula, but worse version of Dracula.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like he was a bad guy. Terrible guy. Probably the worst guy.
Yes.
Right. And then he found love.
Yep.
Changed his ways. Gives up everything. Loses the one thing that he changed his ways for because he stopped being who he was.
Yes.
So when he goes that way, what do? You fall back into bad habits. You fall back into the way.
But my problem with that, though, is like, again, I'm comparing to Dracula from Castlevania. When Dracula did it,
you keep saying Castlevania. What do you mean by Castlevania?
I've not seen the show / or play the game.
I played the game, but you don't really get character development in Nintendo games.
Watch the Netflix show. It's phenomenal. It's 10 out of 10. The OG, not the nocturnal shit. It's fine, but the good Castlevania Netflix anime shit.
Okay.
Mwah. 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 Dracula in that, we all know his wife gets killed, right? And he's a bad guy before that. His wife dies because the town's afraid of him and his wife.
That's not Dracula lore, but okay.
Whatever. But in the show it is. And so he warns them, in 1 year, I'm going to murk you guys for doing what you did. And in 1 year, he murks people for what they did. And he's just on his, like, he's only evil now because my wife's dead. What else do I have to fucking live for? I want her back. And like, so like this should have been like, this guy is bad and gets good because of love. When he loses his love, he should do he's like, he wants to get her back. He should be doing the most heinous, awful things. Again, a gritty movie to get his love back.
Did.
But it wasn't gritty. It was just like, hey, like we're not
show it,
but they show like again it's Disney, so that's like this PG-13 is this PG-13 PG-13 I guess.
I don't know, actually, probably
it feels like PG, so but yeah, it's probably PG. Like this guy is too nice the whole time. He should be just sad and like I'm going to murder all you guys. So I have the power to get my wife back.
Like
either get out my way or help me.
Well, that's what he did when he got to the town.
But like it was so clean. Again, it was so clean. It was so pretty and clean. Make this guy. He's never sad. Like make him just like.
Here's my problem with what you're arguing.
Yeah.
You're arguing their motivations, not how it looks right now. And but the motivations are exactly what you're saying. Just because it doesn't look like that doesn't mean they're not doing that.
Well, their motivations are there, but like you're not feeling. I never felt any of the character motivations in this show.
Okay, but that's not what you're saying. You're saying you're not doing it.
Their motivations are there, but you don't feel it. I don't feel connected. I don't care. So when he's saying I'm doing a thing. Well, you're not. You're doing a thing because you're saying you're doing a thing, but I don't care that you're doing a thing because I don't once felt connected to your side of the story. Yeah, you're sympathetic, but like make me care and feel for this Disney. And I don't get that in this movie. They're just these are all just surface level characters. They show these characters.
The problem is that the main villain didn't really interact with anybody but his kids. Like he didn't interact with the bad guy. So like. He's not going to be terrible to his kids because he loves his kids. And
he was nice to the bad guy. This guy. Like when they let the guys leave and they like, oh, my kids escaped. I sure at least kill one of you guys. Typical villain shit. Well, you guys let my kids go. I'm going to kill one of you guys.
What?
When his kids escape to get to the fucking village.
Yes.
He doesn't like hurt a villain. He doesn't hurt one of his guys because he's angry at them for letting his kids loose. Or like there's no like that. Like there's no like he's not doing anything bad guy-y. Like
I mean. Well, do you want to hurt the guys that are helping you to achieve your goal?
Yeah, because it's too laughy. Like, put them in line, guy. Make them bad.
That's not like they're not like saying that. I mean, he knows that his son's the best soldier he's ever trained, and his daughter's and almost as strong. Sure. Why would he? In fact, when they first captured him, he was like, I knew you couldn't date them.
Yeah.
So, like, he has no expectations that they can be stopped by his guys.
But, like, I like, he says that, and you're right, they say that. But my issue with that is, like, the bad guys take the MacGuffin from each of the siblings so easily. Like, they both lost their green thing. Yeah, because no one dies, but their objective's done. But
to be fair, though, the objective's done, but at the same time, I think he took the emblems to get his kids to come home.
Sure.
So, like, yeah, that's just they were just a motivation, and the kids are pretty stupid with the emblems. If you find out they're coming from your emblems, why are you still wearing it around your neck?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So,
You're not wrong.
So you just put it in your pocket or something so they can't take it so easily in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, I just thought this movie could have been just more. Just better, just in depth. I wish I cared. I didn't care about anything in this movie. I didn't care about the characters one bit. I cared more about the laptop breaking than the characters, TJ. Genuinely. I might even be an asshole. I audibly when a laptop got because they set it up real quick and then it happened. It's like, oh no, her laptop, her work. Oh no. And then like everyone else I just did not give a shit about.
No, I don't know what to tell you, Marcus. I think your expectations are a little high, but
they're not. They're higher than what Disney and Marvel give me, yes. And that's why I don't like these movies. Like, okay, I know I'm going to get out of these. And, like, it was fine. I got what I was expecting to get out of this. But also, I expected more, too.
All right. Is that it?
Dumb. But, yeah. So you give this a 6 out of 10?
Yeah.
I was hoping your score would help me, but it didn't help me. So I don't know what I'm giving this thing. Like, I think I'm just going to give it a 5, I guess. It's a 5 out of 10. Like, I don't hate it. But I don't enjoy it. It's just fine. For the average person, they're going to like this a lot.
This movie's at 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. People really like it.
And I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get it. Why I get it. So for me personally, I was like, yeah, it's another Marvel movie. It's a 5 out of 10. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. It's like it's just a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Like even though there are things I didn't like about it, they didn't make me like this movie. Like nothing was like world breaking and like story breaking. It was just my taste in movie tape making and editing and shit like that.
Yes, this was very much not a movie for Marcus.
Although it was supposed to be a movie for me because I like this kind of shit.
Sure.
It was just like, damn.
This is Marvel's attempt of giving Marcus a movie he wants, but doesn't live up to the expectations.
No, I think Deadpool's that movie, right, for me?
All right, let me rephrase. Disney's attempt at giving.
Yes, I am not a Disney fan.
All right, we done?
Are we?
Now that we did it, it's done.